Hey everyone, I'm Silverwolf, and I thought today I would do something a little bit different. I would show you my CD collection. Now this isn't all of them, it's most of them. There's a few that I can't find. So we're going to go through these CDs, not all of them obviously, but I'll pick a few out and show you the ones I like best, I guess. And I also have some more over here as well, right down to the bottom. So, we have got a few Robbie Williams, the Old Gods of Asgard there, Eurovision Song Contest, and all of these, I've got 95 of them. So these started way back at the beginning of the 2000s. I've got all of them, and all of these ones here, so you can see they're going up and up and up, 17, 18, 19, all the way down to the bottom, where we've got number 60, and then they carry on over here. These are all CDs made from music that I downloaded off the internet using things back in the day such as LimeWire and Kazaa, things like that. So I still download music off the internet, but I don't make these CDs anymore because there's just no point really. Everything's digital, so I back it up onto like MP3 discs instead of, you know. But no, the very first one, I had all of these coloured cases, and I used to do my own, using Microsoft Word, I used to do my own little covers and things like that. And let's see what this one's got on it. So, Girls at Play, Airhead, Bee Gees, This Is Where I Came In, Gorillaz, Clint Eastwood, S Club 7, Don't Stop Moving. Yeah, it's got a ton of various things, including things from TV like the musical score from Short Circuit and an Invader Zim theme remix. And I used to take these to college and listen to them on my CD Walkman. So going down, we've got a few others. I mean, a lot of these ones right here, apart from Supernova, Plasma Jets and Pauly Shore and Zodiac, so I suppose these ones here I got off a friend. He said look through my CDs and choose some, so I did. So that's all of them. Then I've got a few here. Zodiac, Mind Warp and The Love Reaction, you won't have heard of them. No one's heard of them unless you're of an age to have been like fairly older, in the 80s, I guess. This one is my friend. He's a musician, M Booth. He's probably not watching, but we've been friends for many years. He's from America, and he's a really nice person as well. I have all of the Gorillaz CDs as well. Saints of Sin, or SOS as they're now known. They're no longer Saints of Sin anymore. A few of them. The Darkness, I've got most of them. I don't have their latest one because, in all honesty, I listened to a bit of it and I wasn't that keen. Metallica, got Alestorm, I love Alestorm. Lodger, no one's heard of Lodger, they're another weird one. Ralph McTell, who I went to see a couple of times in, live. We've got Chef, Chocolate Salty Balls, and I actually found this outside one of the charity shops in like the free box. So it's the single for Chocolate Salty Balls, if anyone remembers that. That is what's on that, and it comes with a little booklet that tells you the lyrics. I've got a few. Erica, who I went to see in a local music bar. Monster in Paris is from a movie. The Exploited, ignore the slight swear word there. Guardians of the Galaxy, Awesome Mix Volume 1. There's some movie soundtracks and things there. We've got various metal. My anthems is songs that I relate to myself. Blake, I went to see them live. I wasn't that keen on them, in all honesty. They're not the sort of music they're kind of like oldies. They were very good, don't get me wrong, but they weren't my style. Supertramp, again, if you're of a certain age, you'll remember them. Atlantic 252 Hit List. Yeah, that was from a radio that we all used to listen to, and my friend gave it to me, and Atlantic 252 was just a great radio station. They were based in Ireland. Cuban Boys, Cognoscenti versus Intelligentsia, you might know as The Hamster Dance. They actually released that as a single, and it wasn't the original one. I think they may have stolen the song, I can't remember now, but I don't know if they got in trouble for that. We've got Hellboy, Blackstone Cherry, Tenacious D, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Slayer, Slipknot, can't even read that, Napalm Death. Yeah, I have a very wide taste of music. I love, nice music, happy music, but I also love metal, like hard metal, dark metal, death metal. I've got some Black Sabbath, Gamma Ray, Wolf Mother, Megadeth. Greatest hits heavy metal. Heavy metal, they say that as like a kind of an all-over thing for it all, but metal has so many genres. I mean, for example, Alestorm is pirate metal, so you know, we've got Viking metal, dwarf metal. It's just such a multifaceted genre. Metal is brilliant, and not all of it is heavy. You can actually have Christian metal, you know. So anyway, these ones here, I'm sure there are Pokemon fans watching, so I will actually show you these, because these ones are all kind of all stacked up against each other, so I couldn't really take any out without them all coming out, but these ones are actually within little slots. So this is Pokemon album, Gotta Catch 'Em All, and this was actually music from the hit TV series, and these are all the songs. There's bands that did Pokemon based songs, and music that's actually from the original TV series. I remember doing a dance to Double Trouble by Team Rocket, and my dad recorded it. And a lot of our home videos, the tapes went mouldy because they got damp. Not that one. No, we still have that. It's actually on DVD, and it's really, really embarrassing. I watch my young self doing that, and Dad's like, yeah, but it's a memory, and I'm like, it's a terrible memory. This one was Pokemon World, collector's edition enhanced CD. Some of you might remember when you put a CD into the computer and it had various things on it, like screensavers and games. It doesn't have many on. I was quite disappointed with that, because that's Winter Vacation and an instrumental version of the same song, so it wasn't as good as the first one. Totally Pokemon, again, music from the hit TV series, as seen on Kids WB. And you've got a band on the back here. Can I remember who they are? Probably not. It was so long ago. I'm not sure. So I remember playing this in my bedroom with the window wide open, and I had my CD player just onto the window, and I went and sat on my front wall waiting for my friend one day to come over, and I thought I was the coolest thing ever, with my Pokemon CD, listening to my Poker Raps. And here's another one, Pokemon the first movie. And in all honesty, if you're a mega geek like me, there was a lot wrong with the first movie. There was a lot wrong with how they dubbed it and everything. I won't go into that, but the songs were nice, but they missed the whole point of the original Japanese film. And you can't actually get a subtitled version of the Japanese film, to my knowledge, anymore, because the subtitles are just basically the ones that were put on the English version. It's not a proper subtitled translation, and I really wanted it to see what the original words were, but you can't get it. This was The Birth of Mewtwo, which is a radio drama they released in Japan. I think 6 parts. I actually have the script for this as well in English, so I know what they all say, which is basically about the creation of Mewtwo. And a little girl on the front with baby Mewtwo, I believe she was called Ai, which means love in Japanese. And yeah, sadly Mewtwo is quite angry because she didn't make it. This one is, oh wait, that other one, this one here, is the musical score. So that's just the instrumental music that's played in the background of a film. That's what a musical score is. A soundtrack. This one was like a copied DVD. Sorry, copied CD. So this one was the soundtrack, which had all the pop songs on it. They didn't really do that very much with the other films, because I think they realised what they did wrong with the first one, because they missed the entire point of the moral of the story, if you like. This was the soundtrack of the second film, but it's music from and inspired by. So there's a lot of music that was inspired by. And I don't think... Yeah, so these were inspired by most of these. They weren't used in the actual film. This one here, I've got a tiny little... My friend sent this. It's a mix of music from Invader Zim, and it's, if anyone remembers mini discs, that's what that is. This one here was a single by 50 Point Grind, Gotta Catch 'Em All. I don't know if anyone remembers this. Not many people do, actually. So that was the actual single, and they were really expensive. Single CDs back then were really quite expensive. That is I actually stayed up till midnight. They only released 100 of these. Unfortunately, they have since been leaked on the internet, so you can just download it for free. But I waited up till the middle of the night because it was in America. And I was on like a chat group for this, and it's the music from Invader Zim. Like the musical score, the instrumental stuff that was played in the background on Invader Zim. I was a massive Zim fan. I'm still a fan of Zim. And yeah, I was in touch with all of these people back then. And there was only 100 of these done. It was first come, first serve. So you had to get up or be there at the right time to get it. This was the other 50-point grind one. So this was CD 2. And it's got a music video, a karaoke version, and a radio edit. The radio edit's actually on the other one as well. Again, people just don't remember it. If you do, well done. So I've got a load of Beautiful South CDs, big fan of them. All the Gorillaz there. The Good, the Bad and the Queen I went and saw in a local pub. Oops. And it's Damon Albarn's band that he did between sort of Blur and Gorillaz. So he did Gorillaz for a bit, and then he went on and did that. They did release a second album, which I have, and I've not actually listened to. But I think that was the first time I properly went and saw live music, and I was blown away, and so that kind of made me a fan. So thank you, Damon. And I was right at the front as well, and Damon looked at me, and I was ever so excited at the time. And I got amazing photos from it too. What else have we got? Oh, it's just power ballads. And more Gorillaz. Like I said, I've got all of the Gorillaz stuff. I've got Demon Days, the regular version, and the double one where it came with the booklet. They don't seem to do that anymore now. If you want the special one, you've got to buy the vinyl, and it's like 50 quid. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't afford that. They don't seem to do like a special version of the CD anymore, which is sad. Don't get me wrong, I love records. I have a record player. I have several records. I have quite a few interesting records from over the years, and some picture records and stuff, including Gorillaz. But yeah, it's too much money. So that's the rest of the various songs, and I've got a few soundtracks here. So District 9, Paul, Real 80s, various metal that I've downloaded off the internet. And this one here is from a show that no one has heard of, and it was sent to me by the people who worked on it, Free Phonics. And it was the album of the music from the show. But unfortunately, they only did the music of the band Free Phonics and not their rivals, Mantis, who I'm actually quite a big fan of, because Justin Hawkins of the Darkness did the vocals. They only did Free Phonics' music, and the fans, and if it had been more popular, I think they would have, but the fans wanted a Mantis album, and never happened, obviously. You might be able to hear Emo in the background. He's doing pancakes, I think, or something, making his breakfast. So I've got loads of Less Than Jake. I really like Less Than Jake. Those ones, again, unfortunately all downloaded off the internet because I was young and I just did that. This one is probably going to be quite nostalgic for those of you who remember. 5, Westlife, A1, NSYNC, Ricky Martin, Adam Rickett and ATB. Who the hell are ATB? I can't even remember anymore. And these are the songs. Oh yeah, I do remember ATB because I remember Till I Come. Ricky Martin, Wise Guys, Adam Rickett, A1, NSYNC, 5, Fierce, Jamelia, Lolly, Hepburn, Westlife. And then you've got karaoke tracks, Steps and Boyzone. And a Thunderbug CD extra. And this came with the magazine Smash Hits, which I used to get in the early 2000s. So there's another one by my friend M Booth there. More of his music. Shakira, got S Club 7. So I've got quite a few of these that look like they've just been printed because my uncle was in the business of pirating music at the time. He'd get a load off other people and then he'd burn it and make the covers and everything for it. And so I ended up with a few of these CDs. So yeah, that's how I've got them. He did it for a few years, and then I think things started to go more digital, so he stopped. So we've got Ant and Dec there. Got some Robbie Williams, Stephen Gately, rest in peace, Sheryl Crow, Tenacious D. These ones here, I Love You version, volume 2, and Love Rocks. They were done, I had a boyfriend years ago, and he made me them, back when you did mix CDs for people. A few of the Now CDs, the best one, Hit Wonders in the World, more Eurovision. What else have we got? Shania Twain. Oh, The Crazy Frog. Yes, I actually got Don't know if I can get it out because the PlayStation's in the way. I don't think I can actually. No, I'll leave it. I've got a PlayStation, it's right in the way. Yeah, so the Crazy Frog released an album and I bought it because I was just a strange person. We got a few Status Quo and what else have we got? More Gorillaz, more Good, Bad and the Queen. A lot of those are just single CDs. And actually, my CD rack is made out of CDs. There was a show on TV, I think it was Art Attack years ago, and it showed you how to make a CD rack out of CDs. And so I saved so many CDs, and Dad and I made this CD rack, which is pretty nifty. I've got 80s music. I love 80s music. All of these are 80s. Manfred Mann, Newton Faulkner. Got some Green Day there, Dragon Force, Tommy Emmanuel, The Offspring. And then these ones here, well, My Chemical Romance is for some reason in the middle of them all. Lilo and Stitch soundtrack, Spirited Away soundtrack, and Kung Fu Panda soundtrack. I've got a few that don't actually have anything on the thing. I think that's just another soundtrack. Let's have a look. It is 6 Feet Underground and Subcoton. Okay. It's been so long since I've listened to them. I can't remember who they are. And a few more. We've got Death Clock, the Death album, if anyone remembers Death Clock. Cars, the original soundtrack, something from Cartoon Network, which was given to me years ago. Beetlejuice, Pirates of the Caribbean, Transformers, Lion King, Titan AE. These are all my soundtracks. You've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Balto, Creep, which is a 2004 movie set on the London Underground. What on earth is that? Oh, I think, yeah, I know which one that is. It's Twinson's Odyssey, which is a game. Short Circuit soundtrack, the Dreamstone soundtrack, and more 80s. So that is, yeah, that's on my CDs. And I have a fair amount of them. I think I've run out of space really for more. The last one I got was a Robbie Williams one, which was a quid from, I think it was the Pound Shop or something. So I hope you've enjoyed this this little journey through old music and my memories of some of them. And I hope that it's made you feel a bit nostalgic as well. So that's all for now. If you want to see other neat stuff, you can click the boxes that come up below. And if you enjoy what I do, feel free to buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. The link is in the description. So stay safe, stay healthy, and keep being awesome. This is Silverwolf signing off.